Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the Whole Brain Diet. Our topic for the week is resilience, and we'll again take you through 3 strategies to bring resilience into your life. And these strategies are immediate and actionable, and you can use them right away, anytime, anywhere. So I usually start with mindfulness, followed with Kate, who does her artwork, and then we have Kevin, who will do some mindset work with you. So for the meditation piece, I'll ask all of you to just close your eyes and sit up straight, and we will be doing this beautiful meditation called the mountain meditation. So take 3 deep breaths and just bring yourself back to your body, back to your now. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you sit here with a sense of purpose, a sense of resolve, and a sense of dignity. And we bring into our mind's eye an image of a beautiful mountain. This may be the most beautiful mountain you've all ever been to. And your mountain can be snow-covered, can be sunny, or it could have some beautiful fall colors. It can be soft and grassy, or it could be a little rugged and rocky. Whatever your mountain is, it's beautiful, resolute, strong, and grounded. Now bring that image of the mountain into your body. The peak becomes the head. The sides of the mountains are your shoulders and your arms and your torso, and the legs of the mountain are grounded firmly into the Mother Earth. And this mountain is beautiful and very strong and resilient. The mountains has been through multiple seasons. In the winter, it's snowy. In the spring, it may have a range of flowers and colors. And in summer, it's filled up with trees, totally green. And like the ever-changing season, this mountain is ever-changing. And yet it's there, strongly rooted in its existence. And it knows that today may be tough, but tomorrow may be a better place. And it draws on its inner strength, the inner sense of being a strong being. And whatever place this mountain is in your being, in your body, is bringing the same sense of resilience, the same sense of belief, the same sense of existence within you. And just sit with this mountain within you for 3 deep breaths. And as you breathe, imagine the mountain is breathing with you. You are strong, you're beautiful, you're resilient, just like this mountain. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. So that's the mountain meditation with me. Do it on any day when you're feeling that need of inner strength. We can draw on different parts of nature to exist within us and draw our inner strength from there. And now I pass it on to Kate, who's going to bring you a beautiful art practice on resilience.
Hey everyone, it's Kate. So for the heart work portion of our trio here, we're going to do some blackout poetry with a twist. But before we get into that, I'm really big on looking up what definitions are of words, just to kind of better grasp what the original meaning was. So I looked up resilience, and resilience means to recover quickly from difficulties, to spring back into shape. And as I thought about this, I feel like the definition's a tad off, at least when being human. When we spring back into shape, we really don't spring back into our original shape. We've gained insight and we've gained wisdom and knowledge about what happened in that past. That's what resilience is taking what we went through and applying it to where we are now. A stumbling block might come again, and our resilience that we've built up has kind of embedded into us and given us a new outlook and way to proceed forward. So I thought what we would do is to do some blackout poetry, but blackout poetry doesn't fit my personality. I'm a lot more colorful and bright, and I have a hard time with just keeping it the black and white. So we're going to add some color to it, and we'll call it resilience poetry. So I recommend getting an old book that you're not reading and has maybe some torn up pages. Tear one out of there. Magazines, junk mail is always fun. Anything that's has writing on it that you might be able to find one or two catchy words pushed together. I'll just do mine with a book that I've been kind of tearing apart the last few weeks here and show you. So let me flip the screen and we'll get going. I start by skimming through, kind of with my eyes in a soft gaze, and finding the first mini complete statement or sentence that pops out at me. For this one, I saw she was surprised. From there, I go straight into drawing the first image that pops into my head. We want this to be very intuitive rather than thought about and pre-planned, because then we're working from our more of our ego side of our brain rather than our more intuitive heart center of our brain. So the first thing that comes to your mind, and just go for it. I use a marker so that way I can't allow myself to erase. What goes down stays down. And it almost gives me this sense of freedom that I don't have to think. I don't have to worry, oh, I made a mistake. I just go. It's a really cool thing if you can try to jump into just doing stuff with an unerasable material. Once I think I've kind of got a basic drawing on there, I'll start to think, how do I want to color this in? Usually my first step is to do a couple spots with marker. I find markers very vivid, and the ones that I've done on my own when they're all in marker, I don't really like the look of them. That's my personal feeling, but it's totally up to you. So like I said, I start with marker, and I'll find like 2 to 5 sections that are small that just need that extra bit of oomph that'll give a bit of a statement that won't be too overpowering. So for example, on this one, I'm using it for the balloons as well as part of the package decorations. I do usually use yellow always as a marker rather than the crayon, because crayon's a bit soft looking. After that, I jump into using crayons. It's pretty low key, not a lot of thought into it. I do like to blend my crayons, meaning I'll take maybe a light blue and a dark blue and even a purple to give a little bit of an effect. That's just me. If you want to keep it plain and solid, do that. You could keep this all in marker. You can add colored pencil. If your paper is thick enough, you could do watercolor on these. It's just a new twist and take on doing the blackout poetry. The more you can stay present and in the moment without the afterthoughts or the second guessing, the better it is for you in terms of building some resilience and confidence. If you make a mistake, turn that mistake into something. An extra little line here or there can be turned into a beautiful butterfly or a piece of confetti. This is a slow, step-by-step, baby step process in building your own resilience and realizing, wow, I made a little mistake. I'm going to keep going forward, though. I don't need to take a huge step back, and proceeding onward. As you do this, hopefully there will also be a sense of calm and peace, because making art simply, at least for me, does that. As a final step, I do like to make sure I color in the entire background. That way, the little teeny blurb, that 3, 4, maybe 5 words that you highlighted will be the one thing that stands out. Our eyes gravitate towards white, so when they see that, they go to it. If you can get rid of all the white on your paper and leave just that little spot, it will make for a much more effective and, in my eyes, beautiful masterpiece.
Okay, so I'd love to see you guys give it a try. You can always send the pictures or post them. I always love seeing that stuff, and I'll repost it and stuff like that as well. And yeah, just kind of use this as a tool to help you push through some resilience, or if you've had a challenging time, to know you can always alter it and you can always use it in a new and unique way. So I'm going to throw it over to Kevin, and he's going to do some mindset with you.
All right, Kate and Shelby, thank you both for your activities on resilience. I'm going to throw in the mindset piece. And when we talk about mindset training, what we're really doing is we're treating your mental muscles just like we would a physical muscle, right? So if you want to train a physical muscle, you have to actually go in the gym. You've got to get in your reps. But the way we do it, you're not going to go in the gym and load up the bar with every weight you can find and, try to press that up. What's going to happen? All the weight's going to come falling back on you, right? So what we do is you get a weight that you're comfortable with and you start pushing that up. And as you get more and more comfortable and more confident with that weight, then you keep increasing little by little. And you make those consistent progressive steps to get stronger. So your mindset works in the same kind of way, where we don't want to pile everything on at once and load up the bar where it's just going to fall on you. We want to take those consistent steps. Here's the issue with resilience. Usually when your resilience is tested is in some of the worst moments of your life. It's when you're dealing with some kind of adversity, and it might feel like you've loaded up the bar and everything's crashing down and no one's there to help you pick it up. So with mindset training, what we're trying to do is get positive forward momentum types of steps where you can get some active practice with dealing with resilience and building your resilience before that big moment comes. That's our goal. So we've got a way that we're going to work on that today. And what I need you to do for this activity is I want you to come up with 3 things that you're passionate about, 3 things that bring you a lot of joy, 3 things that are just really fun for you, things that you're excited to do when you wake up. Nobody has to push you to do these things. You're motivated to do it all by yourself, okay? Write down those 3 things. For mindset training to work, you have to make it real. So write these down, make it specific, make it yours. All right, you've got your 3 things. What I want you to do with those, I want you to start brainstorming how you can take those 3 activities, those 3 things that you love, and I want you to take it just one step outside of your comfort zone. And when I say just a little bit outside your comfort zone, the point is you don't want to go so far out of your comfort zone that you come crashing down to earth and then you're burnt out and you don't want to do that activity anymore, right? Remember, we're trying to build resilience step by step, little by little. So you want to find a small step that you can take that will force you to be resilient because you're outside of your comfort zone and you've got to deal with being uncomfortable and dealing with some adversity without it being so big that it breaks you. Let me give you an example. Let's say you really enjoy making people laugh. You tell jokes, you get a lot of joy out of that. And you say, it'd be cool to do stand-up comedy. Step one probably shouldn't be go to a nightclub and do stand-up comedy in front of a bunch of strangers, right? That would definitely be a step outside of your comfort zone, but that might be more like 5 steps outside of your comfort zone. If we're going to build up our resilience slowly and steadily and consistently, just like we would train our muscles, you want to start with something small, like maybe doing a stand-up routine in front of a couple of your family members or a couple close friends. That way, you're still going to be nervous. You're going to be anxious, and those are things that you have to deal with when we're dealing with resilience. However, it's not going to be so overwhelming that, worst case scenario, a bunch of people are booing you off a stage. It might just be a couple of people giving you specific feedback and making you better at that thing, right? So our goal this week, take those 3 things that you are passionate about, you love, you enjoy, come up with each one of those one very small step that you can take that's outside of your comfort zone. Not anything huge, but something that's significant, something that's going to make you feel a little bit nervous, make you feel like you're dealing with some adversity. And you're going to take that step in each of those 3 passions, and you're going to start building that resilience little by little. And as you go, if this works out well for you this week, do it again next week and continue doing this as a process. And your resilience is going to keep building slowly and steadily. Those muscles get stronger, and then when you need it, it's going to be there. Mindset makes the difference. Thank you all for joining us on this whole brain diet. This is our 2nd week of it, having a lot of fun listening to Shelby and Kate's ideas as well. There's a lot of great action steps you can take this week. So make sure you actually get the practice in. Go to it. See you all next week.